Introduction to the preaching simulator that started with the birth of the mother. www.zhaoshuyuan.com Kangxi continent is full of thousands of tribes, but the human race has no way of cultivation and is raised by thousands of tribes, and life and death cannot be controlled by oneself. Lin derived from cattle and horses, and was pre-ordered by a foreign race at birth to serve as a sacrifice at the coming-of-age ceremony of a foreign princess 18 years later. Fortunately, he has a preaching simulator where he can explore the cultivation of the human race. https://www.zhaoshuyuan.com. Chapter 1. Is ruined. I have become a real beast through time travel. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, some people live in Rome, while others live in cattle and horses. Lin Yan understood this truth from his mother's birth because he was a traveler from Earth and unfortunately reincarnated into a world of human sacrifice. Through his mother's belly, Lin Yan heard a few words. The child in your belly has been selected. His date of birth should be similar to that of our princess. When the princess reaches the age of 18 for her coming-of-age ceremony, a grand ceremony will be held to worship her ancestors, and your child will make offerings at the ceremony. Lin Yan was so numb to hear. What is the beginning of the avalanche when I booked a sacrifice before I was born? Lin Yan was a social animal before crossing the river. For a salary of 4,000 yuan, I have no time to find a girlfriend, no energy to develop a side job, and I can't even get interested in playing games. I live like a walking dead. He thought this was already tragic enough. Okay, it's even worse after crossing over, it's become a real beast. Thief, my goodness. Just catch me playing alone, right? Lin Yanbei comes from the heart. At this moment, a flower bloomed in front of his eyes. Congratulations on receiving the title, Born to Know. Wearing this title can give you a basic understanding of anything. This title has been automatically worn. Lin Yan was taken aback for a moment. A few lines of golden characters appeared in his mind. Congratulations on achieving the achievement of soul piercing through another world. Soul piercing through another world. Your soul comes from another world. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. As the title, Born to Know, came into play, a lot of information flooded into Lin Yan's mind. After a while, he showed a thoughtful expression. Kangxi continent, meaning the land of upper heaven and blessings, is home to many races. Among them, the human race has no cultivation method and is raised by other races, making it considered a superior livestock in the eyes of other races. But there is no way out. He obtained a preaching simulator while traveling. He can use a simulator to simulate his own life, explore the cultivation methods of the human race in the simulation, and gain experience and cultivation from this simulation period after the simulation is completed. Start simulation or not, Lin Yan suddenly became excited. Of course. Although he hasn't been born yet, it doesn't prevent him from working hard in his mother's womb. What does winning in amniotic fluid mean? Start simulation. Rows of golden characters flowed down from Lin Yan's eyes, and he looked at them with anticipation. During the fetal period, you made efforts to explore the methods of human cultivation, but to no avail. Your mother suffered unbearable pain and eventually miscarried. You're dead. The flowing golden text came to an abrupt end. Simulation end. Ah. Is this dead? Lin Yan is a bit confused. At this moment, a few lines of black characters quietly floated up. You achieved the following accomplishments in this simulation. Fetal death in the abdomen. Give life an extra choice. For fetuses, it's normal to have some small movements. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. Shentima gives life an extra choice. Opening remarks. Not too bad start. Hahaha. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. Isn't this a bad start yet? You're clearly laughing. Lin Yan felt a bit helpless, but he quickly sorted out his mood and continued reading. You received the following rewards in this simulation: abortion experience, including a method of fetal death, Lin Yen blinked and a compressed message entered his mind. A few seconds later, he mastered a way to kill himself in the womb. This simulation undoubtedly failed. But Lin Yen was not discouraged. Because when you think about it with your knees, you should also know that the cultivation methods are difficult to explore. Otherwise, the human race would not have been without cultivation methods all the time, and would have become a superior livestock. He currently has a total of 3 points of luck. What is the use of chi points? Lin Yan's thought moved and the born knowing came into play, and a piece of information appeared in his mind. Simulation of gas consumption points can reduce accidents during the simulation process and sometimes yield unexpected surprises. Surprise! Lin Yan initiated the second simulation. He hesitated for a moment. He only has 3 luck points. How many are more suitable to invest in this simulation? The auspicious points seem to be easily obtainable. Lin Yan decided to take a gamble, it wouldn't hurt anyway. Swoha. 0 point of chi transportation. The golden text flew down like a waterfall cast in gold. Start simulation. During the fetal period, you worked hard to explore the methods of human cultivation. By chance, you mastered a special luck technique. You became addicted to luck techniques and couldn't extricate yourself. Your physique was stronger than that of fetuses of the same age, consuming 1 chi point. You were born. At the age of 1, you persistently practiced the luck techniques you mastered during the fetal period, and your body becomes stronger. When you were 2 years old, you choked while eating, and your mother accidentally used the Heimlich first aid method, saving your life, consuming 1 energy point. At the age of 3, a foreign race took your mother away, and you never saw her again. At the age of 4, you gained strength and agility no less than that of an adult man through luck. At the age of 5, your luck skills have not made any progress. At the age of 6, you attempted to further your luck technique and created an unnamed internal skill, consuming 1 chi point. At the age of 7, you achieved little success in your internal skills and were immune to all kinds of illnesses. At the age of 8, foreign races educated you about the knowledge of gods, and they tried to brainwash you. You pretended to obey, but in your heart you sneered. When you were 9 years old, you accidentally exposed your contempt for the foreign race. The discipline of the foreign race beat and scolded you, and you rose up in rebellion. You're dead. Simulation end. The golden text came to an abrupt end. Zhaozhuyuan.com. The second simulation is over, and there are no more 3 energy points left. However, the results of this simulation were not bad. You achieved the following accomplishments in this simulation. Creator, the cultivation of the human race begins with oneself. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. This achievement looks quite impressive. Monster, being able to run and jump at birth. Young people have good health. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. 1 trip to Guimen Pass. Mother saved you. Often come. Guest. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. Childhood loss of mother. Lost mother in pain. You never saw her again. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. Spirit of resistance. In the face of oppression, you are brave enough to resist. The human race will never be enslaved. Achievement reward. 1 chi luck point. Lin Yan felt a sense of joy in his heart. He invested 3 more energy points in this simulation, but after the simulation ended, he added 2 more energy points. You received the following rewards in this simulation: lucky technique, fitness techniques that can be practiced from fetal age, a strong physique, excellent physical fitness obtained through luck techniques, nameless internal skill, xiaocheng. The internal skill developed on the basis of luck technique has the effect of consolidating the foundation and nurturing the essence, achieving the goal of preventing all diseases from invading after a small success. Experience. Experience in practicing luck techniques and nameless internal skills. Knowledge and power flooded into Lin Yan's body at the same time, and he felt like a rapidly expanding balloon. Chapter 2. Easter eggs. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push. Although Lin Yan is still a fetus at this time, he has already possessed physical fitness that surpasses that of an adult and an unnamed internal skill of xiaocheng. Perhaps he could find an opportunity to be forcibly born. So he can escape. Lin Yan imagined this scene. An immature fetus tore open its mother's belly, tore off its umbilical cord, and swiftly ran out. What kind of ghost doll is this? Lin Yan felt a chill and dispelled the idea. He is still just a newly formed fetus, and his organs have not yet fully grown. Even with physical fitness that surpasses that of an adult man, one may not live long without the support of their mother. And he cannot repay kindness with kindness. The woman outside has given him a new life, he cannot harm this woman. Lin Yan thought to himself, it seems like my mother won't live long. Through the second simulation, he received bad intelligence that his mother could only live until he was 3 years old. In this world where people sacrifice themselves, his mother's fate must be very tragic. Fortunately, he hasn't been born yet. He still has enough time to change this matter. Let's start the next simulation. Lin Yan couldn't speak in amniotic fluid, he could only think in his heart. Clearing Qi Yun point to 0, start simulation. He went back and threw all 5 energy points into it. Put it all together, turn a bicycle into a motorcycle. During your fetal period, you worked hard to explore the methods of human cultivation, but your mother was unable to meet your nutritional needs. She gradually lost weight and died on a busy afternoon. You were forced to be born. Can't my mother handle my nutritional needs? Lin Yan was dumbfounded. But he quickly realized that whether it is surpassing the physical fitness of adults or the unnamed internal skill in the early stages, it requires energy support from the outside world. His mother consumes one person's energy every day, but consumes 2 people's energy. Besides this, it's strange not to die. Lin Yan became serious because he realized that this was an urgent issue that needed to be resolved as soon as possible. It cannot be loaded in simulation, nor can it be loaded in reality. If he can't solve this problem, he will really become a super premature baby and even harm his mother. But what should he do? Didn't he invest in 5 Qi points? Why didn't it work? Is it because there were too few investments? At the age of 1, due to premature birth and severe physical underdevelopment, not only did you have abnormal appearance, but your cultivation also came to a complete halt, suffering from pain and suffering. After careful consideration, you created a method of luck that can block pain and named it the Ice Heart technique, which consumes 1 Qi point, block pain sensation. Isn't he able to transform into a berserk warrior when he fights? Lin Yan felt delighted. He thought to himself, this is a good thing. At the age of 2, you had an ugly face and a weak body. The foreign steward reported your situation to the higher authorities and ultimately revoked your eligibility for sacrifice. This is actually a good thing. At the age of 3, you lost the special care of a foreign race, and under the careful care of kind-hearted people, you persisted for another year, consuming 1 Qi point. Meeting good people also requires luck. At the age of 4, your vitality has come to an end, but you are a person with good luck, confused and struggling for a year, consuming 3 points of luck. 3 points of luck extended his life for a year. Lin Yan thought to himself that if he had more energy points, perhaps he could solve the problem of his mother's inability to meet his nutritional needs. At the age of 5, you couldn't wait for hope. You're dead. Simulation end. At this moment, Lin Yan's mood was a bit bad. He invested 5 Qi points, only to receive 1 Ice Heart technique, and also received bad news that he didn't know how to solve. But this is not the worst yet. You did not achieve any achievements in this simulation. Did you achieve any success in this simulation? Seeing this line of small characters, Lin Yan's heart thumped. Only by achieving success can one receive rewards for luck points. He did not achieve any success in this simulation, so there was no reward for his luck points. He just put all 5 of his remaining energy points into this simulation again. He doesn't have any luck now. Lin Yan suddenly felt anxious. How can he solve the problem of his mother not being able to meet his nutritional needs without a point of luck? If he can't solve this problem, his reality will be like this simulation, and there will be no luck points in reality. He won't even meet kind-hearted people and will only die earlier than in the simulation. What can we do now? At this point, the reward settlement information also pops up. You receive the following rewards in this simulation: Ice Heart Technique, a lucky method to block pain. Experience of practicing Ice Heart Technique. A piece of information flooded into Lin Yan's mind. Lin Yan mastered the Ice Heart Technique, but he couldn't be happy at all because he saw his own miserable future. It's better to offer it as a sacrifice. Just when he was at a loss, suddenly, a line of colorful small characters rose from before his eyes. Congratulations on achieving the Easter egg achievement of achieving nothing. Lin Yan was stunned. Achieving nothing. You did not achieve any success in the simulation. Achievement reward 10 chi points. Lin Yan felt ecstatic in his heart. He did not achieve any success in the simulation, but unexpectedly achieved an Easter egg achievement in reality. 10 points of luck have solved the urgent need. It can be simulated again. Zhaozuiyuan.com. Lin Yanping regained his excited mood. This time, does he still want to Soha? Without Swoha, he may not be able to solve his mother's problem, but if Swoha doesn't achieve any success, he will really be ruined. Clearing Chi Yun point to 0, Lin Yan is a bit of a gambler. Start simulation. During the fetal period, you made efforts to explore the methods of human body cultivation, but your mother was unable to meet your nutritional needs. She gradually lost weight, and you discovered the problem in time. By chance, you created a method that can guide your mother's luck and health. You named it the Mother-Child Unity Technique, which consumes 8 chi points. You were born, it's done. Lin Yan breathed a sigh of relief in his heart. With the mother-son formula, he doesn't need to worry that his mother's body can't bear the loss of breeding him. At the age of 1, you discovered that your mother's body was very strong, so you taught her nameless internal skills. At the age of 2, you achieved great internal skills and were able to penetrate and harm others. At the age of 3, your mother was taken away by a foreign race and you never saw her again. In order to avenge this blood feud, you developed a set of palm techniques driven by internal skills and named it the 18 Dragon Subduing Palm, which consumes 2 chi points. At the age of 4, you attempted to escape from here, but were discovered by a foreign sect during your escape. You used the 18 Dragon Subduing Palms and unexpectedly killed them. Upon hearing the news, a strong foreign sect member rushed to imprison you in a dungeon. At the age of 5, you attempted to study the bone shrinking technique to escape from prison, but your luck had run out and you ultimately failed. At the age of 6, a foreign race secretly executed you. You're dead. Simulation end. You achieved the following accomplishments in this simulation. Chapter 3. Teach Your Mother Prison Experience. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, mother and son are united, their benefits cut off gold. The sacred umbilical cord connects us together, giving us a feeling of driving high. Achievement reward 1 chi luck point. Ah. Holy Kara. Transmission of Dharma in dreams. You taught others cultivation techniques in the Sims, perhaps you should give it a try in real life. Achievement reward 1 chi luck point. Give it a try in reality. Lin Yan thought of the name of the simulator. The Missionary Simulator. Perhaps there may be unexpected surprises in preaching in reality, but he can only try it after he is born. Descendants of Jin Yong. In a different realm, you have taken the 18 Dragon Subduing Palms to another world. The mighty dragon has regrets. There is more than enough. Achievement reward 1 chi luck point. First blood. You have completed your first kill. This is just the beginning of everything. Achievement reward 1 chi luck point. This simulation resulted in a total of 4 achievements, with a reward of 4 chi points. Lin Yan continued reading with great anticipation. You received the following rewards in this simulation. Mother-Child Unity Technique. Using the umbilical cord as a connection, infuse one's internal strength into the mother's body to nourish her body. Nameless internal skill, De Cheng, continuously circulating, self-generating internal power, reaching a high level of unnamed internal skill, without any distinctive features, but capable of penetrating the body and injuring people, with impressive power, dragon subduing. 18 palms, beginners and beginners practice. The grassroots dragon subduing 18 palms cannot yet manipulate internal forces that are detached from the body, but greatly extend the range of internal force injuries experienced. Experience of cultivation and imprisonment. Lin Yan's body trembled. A thick internal force injected into his young body, continuously circulating along the 8 main meridians in his body, gaining 1 point per cycle. At the same time, a lot of information entered his mind. He has mastered the mother-child unity technique and the 18 dragon subduing palms, and has a feeling of familiarity in his heart. However, his dragon subduing 18 palms are very rough. It's like a randomly named palm technique that not only has 1 palm, but also cannot achieve the effect of a dragon dancing in a TV drama. To achieve the original 18 dragon subduing palms effect, it obviously requires further improvement. Suddenly, the surroundings trembled violently. "Chana, what's wrong with you?" A voice of concern came from outside the belly. Lin Chan sat down on the ground, looking up at her companion with a pale face and saying, "I don't know why. It was dark in front of me just now, and suddenly I had no strength." As she spoke, she instinctively caressed her lower abdomen, fearing that the child inside might break it. "This is her flesh and blood." But Lin Chan's eyes showed a hint of sadness. Lin Chan is not alone, there is another girl standing beside her. This girl's name is Wu Yu, and she is Lin Chan's only friend. She is very handsome and has a beautiful mole at the corner of her eye. Wu Yu caught the sadness in Lin Chan's eyes, let out a light sigh, took Lin Chan's hand, and sincerely advised, "Don't worry about the child, we don't know how long we can live." Lin Chan's expression darkened and she said, "I understand. I just feel that he is too unfortunate, but he has become my child. If he were a child of the Shilin or Shirtan tribes, he could have a complete life." As she spoke, Lin Chan's eyes turned red. She held back the tears in her eyes and gently caressed her lower abdomen, as if wiping away an unparalleled treasure. "Alas, who made us human beings?" Wu Yu murmured, "This is our destiny. We are destined to be slaves of other races and be killed by them at will, even the children in our stomachs." Speaking of which, Wu Yu's eyes also turned red. 2 beautiful girls cuddled up and started crying softly. Perhaps due to the connection between mother and son, Lin Chan's mood was not good, which also made Lin Yan in Lin Chan's stomach a bit sad. Lin Yan can hear the conversation between Lin Chan and Wu Yu. "What Shilin tribe? What Shirtan tribe? Pooh, it's all bullshit. The human race is the #1 in the world. Wait for me to be born." Lin Yan was thinking while operating the mother-son concentric formula, injecting his internal strength into Lin Chan's body. He knew why Lin Chan's eyes were darkened. His unnamed internal skill has just risen from childhood to adulthood, and the burden on Lin Chan has suddenly increased, which Lin Chan cannot bear. Fortunately, he obtained the mother-child unity technique. Lin Yan carefully manipulated the internal force to enter Lin Chan's body. He followed the path of unnamed internal skills and allowed this internal force to circulate within Lin Chan's body, making up for her shortcomings. Lin Chan's face turned red at a visible speed, and her spirit was also uplifted. "Don't cry," Lin Chan comforted Wu Yu in turn. Wu Yu choked up and wiped away her tears. She turned her head to see Lin Chan's face and was slightly stunned, her sad emotions becoming disconnected. "Lin Chan, your complexion has suddenly improved." Wu Yu showed a surprised expression as she stared straight at Lin Chan's face and said, "Your face turned pale just now, which startled me. Now it has turned red and vibrant." "Really?" Lin Chan touched her face in confusion. She felt a little hot on her face and said with uncertainty, "After crying, my body seems to have become more comfortable and my whole body feels warm." Wu Yu tilted her head. She thought to herself, does crying still have this effect? She's also crying, why doesn't she feel warm all over? Is it because she is not pregnant with a baby? When Lin Yan heard that Lin Chan's body had improved, he shifted his attention back from the outside world. The mother-child unity technique is very powerful. His internal strength circulates within Lin Chan's body, and it is equivalent to Lin Chan having a great level of unnamed internal skill. Although Lin Chan cannot mobilize his internal strength, through the nourishment of his internal strength, his physical fitness will rapidly improve and eventually reach the level of an internal skill master. Lin Chan's body improves, and Lin Yan can also benefit because Lin Chan can provide more nutrition to Lin Yan. This is a win-win situation for mother and son. Lin Yan didn't care about the conversation between Lin Chan and Wu Yu. He maintained the mother-son concentric formula and silently started the next simulation. The key is to become stronger as soon as possible. Only by becoming stronger can we live with our mother. Consuming one gas transportation point, in this simulation, Lin Yan did not have Swoha because he only had 4 points of luck. He dare not take risks easily. Anyway, his mother's problem has been solved, so he doesn't need to invest all his energy in one go. He just hopes to live longer and achieve more this time. Start simulation during the fetal period. You constantly maintained the operation of the mother-son concentric formula, which enabled your mother to gain a strong physique. She could even leap 3 zhang when carrying 100 pounds on her shoulders, attracting the attention of foreign discipline and being imprisoned in the dungeon. An accident occurred at the beginning of the simulation. Why did I put my mother in jail? Is it wrong to keep her healthy? Lin Yan felt confused. He was also imprisoned in a dungeon during the last simulation, but that was because he killed a foreign discipline with the 18 dragon subduing palms. Why the hell was he locked up when he didn't do anything? You were born, when you were 1 year old, you were with your mother in the dungeon, and you taught her the experience of imprisonment, which improved your life. Lin Yan was dumbfounded. God steps on a horse to teach his mother the experience of imprisonment. Chapter 4. Empress Martial God. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push. When you were 2 years old, your abnormality caught the attention of the foreign discipline. He wanted to take you away, but your mother tried hard to stop her. The foreign discipline injured her, and in a fit of anger, you used the 18 dragon subduing palms to kill the foreign discipline, and escaped with your mother. You escaped from the dungeon with your mother and found your mother's best friend Wu Yu, and then lurked at Wu Yu's residence. Wu Yu. Is that the woman outside? Lin Yanrua was thoughtful. At the age of 3, your dragon subduing 18 palms have made great progress, being able to control internal forces that are detached from the body to form a dragon head and greatly increase destructive power, consuming 1 chi point, manipulate internal force to condense dragon shape. If this trend continues, perhaps a decent set of dragons subduing 18 palms can be developed, but I don't know how powerful his dragon subduing 18 palms are. At the age of 4, your unnamed internal skill reached perfection, and you named this realm as the acquired martial artist. After your internal skill was perfected, you tried to practice external skills, but failed and made little progress. This is because the energy point has been used up. If there is still a point of luck in this simulation, he should be able to create an external skill. Will practicing external skills at the age of 4 make one unable to grow taller? Lin Yan felt a murmur in his heart. His impression of external skills is that they can hurt his body when practicing, such as using his hands to insert iron sand or using his head to break bricks. But his internal skills have reached a perfect level, and when practicing external skills, he should achieve twice the result with half the effort. At the age of 5, a foreign sect leader wanted to take Wu Yu away. You rushed out of the darkness, killed him with 1 palm, and began to flee again. However, you couldn't find your hiding place and were eventually caught by a foreign sect leader and imprisoned in the dungeon. Lin Yan felt a bit helpless as he was imprisoned again. He had a premonition that his imprisonment experience would increase again after this simulation ended. It can also be considered a good thing. He had several years of experience in prison before he was born, and if he really goes to prison in the future, he might be able to make a living by relying on his rich experience in prison. The powerful alien tortures you severely and uses your mother's life to inquire about the source of your cultivation techniques. You are forced to compromise, inform the other party that you created these techniques, and then be secretly executed. You're dead. Simulation end. Lin Yen let out a deep sigh. He thought to himself, I am too easy to die, and there is not even a simulation that can live to the age of 18 as a sacrifice. You achieved the following accomplishments in this simulation. She is not just my mother, she is still my cellmate. You are at the forefront of exploring new types of mother-child relationships. Achievement reward. 1 Chi luck point. This simulation only achieved one achievement, which happened to make up for the energy points he invested in this simulation. He didn't lose or make a profit. Lin Yen pondered that the importance of Chi points in helping him develop innovative techniques is self-evident. Just now, he also created the mother-child unity technique by relying on his luck, solving his mother's unbearable burden and truly saving his and his mother's lives. But relying solely on achieving success in simulation to obtain gas transport points is both rare and unstable. If you're not lucky, you may end up with no harvest. Moreover, although the simulation itself has no limit on the number of times, achievements cannot be achieved repeatedly. The more you progress, the more difficult it becomes to achieve success, and the fewer points of luck you gain. How can we gain more energy points? As Lin Yen pondered, the title, Born to Know, came into play, and a piece of information emerged from his heart. The preaching simulator aims to preach to the human race. Every time the number or quality of cultivators in the human race reaches a new level, a milestone event can be achieved. For each achievement, you will receive a large reward for Chi luck points. This is the main way to obtain gas transportation points. Achievement rewards are just icing on the cake. I see. Lin Yen suddenly realized. Next milestone, content. Teach a famous clan to become cultivators, reward. 300 Chi points, 300 points of Chi luck. Lin Yan's eyelids twitched. He thought to himself that a dozen or so Chi points would give him a perfect level of internal skill and the pioneering 18 dragon subduing palms. If there were 300 Chi points, the 10-mile slope sword god has been retired. Mother martial god. At this point, the simulation reward begins to settle. You received the following rewards in this simulation: nameless internal skill, perfect, strong internal power flows endlessly within the body, like a rolling river that never stops. 18 dragon subduing palms, ascending the hall and entering the room, it can preliminarily manipulate internal forces that are detached from the body, improving the degree of internal force cohesion outside the body, and greatly increasing its power when used. Experience of cultivation and imprisonment. Lin Yan's internal strength surged, transforming from a winding stream to a rolling river. At the same time, he felt that his understanding of the 18 dragon subduing palms had become more profound. After this simulation, the 18 dragon subduing palms have been greatly improved. Although I still only have one palm, I can already play the leading role. If I simulate a few more times, I may have some charm of the original version of the 18 dragon subduing palms. Lin Yen is a bit excited. He has loved watching martial arts TV dramas since he was young, such as Feng Yun, The Legend of Condor Heroes, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, and so on. He is now somewhat of a martial arts person. Unfortunately, he is still in his mother's womb and cannot truly feel his power. Lin Yen shifted his attention back to the milestone. Teach a person to become a cultivator, and they can obtain 300 Chi points. Although they have not yet been born, it is not entirely impossible. He has the mother-son concentric formula. In this simulation, his mother obtained a strong body because of his mother-son formula. His mother can carry 100 pounds with a big belly, and at the same time, he is not human. It's just that his mother gets the power passively. Next time during the simulation, He made up his mind to use his chi points to figure out how to teach his mother to actively cultivate, and perhaps he could succeed. Just say and do. Lin Yan started the next simulation. Start simulation for safety reasons. He only invested 1 energy point this time, so let's give it a try first. During the fetal period, you attempted to guide your mother on the path of cultivation, but you were unable to communicate with her. After much contemplation, you believed that there was only one way to guide your mother on the path of cultivation, which was to use the mother-child unity technique to help her achieve great internal skills first. Use the mother-child unity technique to help the mother achieve great internal strength. After achieving great internal skills, there is no need for subjective manipulation, and the practitioner's internal power will circulate continuously within the body. Lin Yan's heart moved. When his mother's internal skills are greatly improved, he will not use the mother-child unity technique, and his mother can also independently increase her skills, barely embarking on the path of cultivation. Good method. In the following time, you gave up your own cultivation and fully assisted your mother. Your mother's strength attracted the attention of foreign discipline, and she was imprisoned in the dungeon, but this did not prevent you from assisting her in cultivation. Lin Yan thought that his mother performance should be more exaggerated than that in the last simulation, and it's normal to be locked up. We need to find a solution to this matter. Otherwise, people will become stronger and go to prison. You have created a technique called the reverse chi technique for fetal refeeding, and as you are about to be born, your mother has finally achieved great internal strength, consuming 1 chi point. You were born. Chapter 5. Not born, but reproducting descendants. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Ads by Google equals window. Ads by Google. Push, it's done. But Lin Yan is not very happy. He has just formed a humanoid silhouette and is at least 5 or 6 months away from birth. If his mother only achieved great internal strength when he was about to be born, it would be too late for him. But how can we shorten the time? Is it to invest in improving the reverse chi technique at the Chi-Yun point, or to enhance one's own internal skill cultivation, in order to better help his mother cultivate? These two are not in conflict. Lin Yan pondered for a few seconds and decided to take everything. But this simulation definitely won't work. At the age of 1, in order to avoid being disciplined by other races, you tried to disguise yourself as an ordinary baby and secretly taught your mother your rich experience of imprisonment and unnamed internal skills. Lin Yan in the simulation learned the lesson. This time, he kept a low profile and tried to avoid conflicts with the discipline of other ethnic groups. At the age of 2, you became accustomed to prison life. At the age of 3, you worked hard to explore the methods of human cultivation. Although you did not make any breakthroughs, you accumulated valuable experience. Lin Yan thought to himself, if he could accumulate some valuable experience every time he simulated, wouldn't it be possible for him to make breakthroughs in cultivation without using chi points? At the age of 4, the alien race seemed to have forgotten about you, only delivering meals to you every day, but no one came to see you. At the age of 5, you attempted to improve your unnamed internal skills, but your knowledge was limited. Not only did you not succeed, but you almost went crazy. Fortunately, you received your mother's help in a timely manner, which helped you overcome the difficulties. Improving one's martial arts skills is very dangerous. Without the help of luck points, one may accidentally risk their own life. But it's not completely impossible. After all, failure is the mother of success. Lin Yan thought to himself, anyway, there is no limit to the number of times he can simulate. As long as he simulates more times and accumulates experience, he should be able to independently complete improvements in the end, which can save some energy points. Lin Yan felt like he had discovered a money-saving trick. At the age of 6, you worked hard to explore the methods of human cultivation, and although you did not make any breakthroughs, you accumulated valuable experience. At this point, Wu Yu should have already died. He has accumulated experience again. It seems that without a bit of luck, it's impossible to achieve it overnight. At the age of 7, you became a prison warden. Lin Yan is a bit confused. Have you really become a prison leader? But he's only 7 years old. The exotic discipline noticed you, but you tried your best to hide your foolishness and never used the 18 dragon subduing palms. The exotic discipline did not excessively embarrass you at the age of 8, you were like a fish in water in the dungeon in order to seek your help. The discipline of the other race has provided you with some convenience in life. In return, you have helped the discipline of the other race manage the thorns in the prisoners. Isn't there only humans in the dungeon? Lin Yen pondered. If there were only humans, it would be impossible to have a stabbing criminal, because humans cannot cultivate, and for other races, it is meat on the chopping board. At the age of 9, combined with past years of failure experience, you created a shallow palm external skill that can break green bricks without using internal skills. You named it the stone palm. Lin Yan's eyes lit up. Accumulating experience is indeed useful. This time, he created a technique without using his chi points. I just don't know how hard the blue bricks are. At the age of 10, with the assistance of the nameless internal skill in the perfect realm, your stone palm advanced rapidly and quickly reached the level of entering the hall. If it were to strike the head of a foreign discipline, it would definitely turn his head into a cracked watermelon. Lin Yan has mastered another palm technique. Speaking of which, the 18 dragon subduing palms are also at the level of entering the hall, and it is unknown which of these two palms has the greater power. At the age of 11, the dungeon was replaced with a new alien discipline. This alien discipline reviewed the files and found that you shouldn't have stayed in the dungeon, so he proposed a deal to you. Shouldn't I stay in the dungeon? Lin Yan is a bit dazed. He has been in prison for several simulations, making him almost think he should be in prison. In fact, he was only born in a dungeon. He didn't make any mistakes. You agree to regularly help other ethnic groups discipline and clean up the stabbing prisoners, and have gained the right to leave the dungeon, free now. Lin Yan felt a sense of joy in his heart. Freedom is very important to him. With freedom, he can explore the surrounding environment and prepare for escaping from the control of other races in the future. He had simulated several times before and didn't know where to escape when he committed a crime. As for his mother, it's actually quite good to stay in the dungeon. No one will bully her, and she won't be taken away by other races and disappear in a daze. You are required to reproduce offspring, breeding offspring at this age. Lin Yan was confused. This simulation was his longest life, and he had lived up to 9 years old in his previous simulations, never encountering this plot. But on second thought, at this age, he could already be a father in ancient China. So it's not too outrageous either. The alien race has assigned you a breeding partner, and you have completed the union under the witness of the alien race. Throughout the following month, you will marry 3 unfamiliar women every day. Now, Lin Yan is really dumbfounded. 3 places per day for a whole month. What kind of juicer is this? Now, Lin Yan is really dumbfounded. You have lost Yuan Yang, making it difficult to concentrate during cultivation, and your cultivation speed has decreased. Ah. Women will only slow down my cultivation speed. At the age of 13, you learned that your place was called the 13th Human Ranch, which was about the size of a prefecture-level city in your past life. There were barriers set up by foreign tribes on the edge of the ranch number 13 Human Ranch. That is to say, there are at least 12 places like this where humans are raised. Lin Yan felt a chill in his heart. Zhaoshuyuan.com. By the end of this simulation, he should be able to obtain specific information and plan a path to escape. At the age of 14, you were taken away by a foreign race to learn about the etiquette of festivals. You were quick and eager to learn, fully understanding the culture of the foreign race, and at the same time, being a low-key person did not attract the attention of the foreign race 14 years old. Lin Yan is looking forward to it very much. He thought to himself, in 4 more years, he will be 18 years old. I will kill all directions at the festival and kill that bastard princess of another race. At the age of 15, you were devoted to cultivation, but under the surveillance of other races, you dared not act recklessly and could only continuously cultivate unnamed internal skills to accumulate internal strength. I don't know if these internal forces will be fed back to him. Lin Yen has some expectations. At the age of 16, you completely mastered the ritual of the festival, won the praise of foreign teachers, was rewarded with a dim sum, and regained freedom at the end of the year. This is the last freedom, to be offered as a sacrifice at the age of 18. At the age of 17, you tried to escape from the 13th human ranch, but you couldn't shake the alien barrier on the edge of the ranch. Is the barrier so strong? Lin Yen frowned. At the age of 18, the rite of passage for a foreign princess begins, and you find yourself born on the same day as this foreign princess. Lin Yen lifted his spirits. He has a premonition that this simulation should be over. You kneel on the altar as a sacrifice with many young people of the same age, and you can see their fearful expressions. The sacrifices in front of you have their heads chopped off one after another. You hear the hysterical cries of foreign races, the blood stained the altar red, and the atmosphere below the altar became increasingly fanatical. Finally, it's your turn. Chapter 6. Dafengshou, Salad of Assorted Fresh Vegetables. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 7. Spiritual Path Patterns. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 8. The experience of being a ghost has increased. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 9, Please Don't Fight Anymore. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 10. Breaking Free for Mother. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text.